Hi, welcome to the Podcast. I'm KD. Just give a short show brought to you by the Love of Greatness. I am in the DMV area, a little dark and gloomy, but always the sunshine, always the light shining on this platform. So I have a few times I had to bring to you all's attention, no particular order. Deyona, Gaston, she's very dope. She's 6'2", she's a forward, she's a senior, high school, Pearland High School. College, she played for Texas, then she was in the transfer portal, and she went to Auburn. A little background on her. 2023-2024 season, she was Big 12 Sixth Player of the Year. She averaged 8.4 points, 4.2 rebounds, and she's 53.7% from the floor. In 2022-2023, she earned all Big 12 first team honors. She's very agile. She's a nice presence to have in the paint. She can hit the 18-footer. She can knock down the shot. She's very aggressive. Hand-eye coordination. She's very IQ of the game. She gets her teammates involved, but her presence is felt in the paint. Her low post move, she can finish with either hand, and she protects the rim. She's very dope. She's very dope, and very near future her name will be called. So you give her opportunity. She's very talented. Next on my list is Jaxson. He's a 6'2", 220 quarterback. He's a senior. High school, he played for Corner Canyon, Draper, Utah. Collegiate, he played for USC, and then he went to transfer to Ole Miss. He's talented. Some people might know him already. Some people might not, but he's on my radar. But a little background on him. He leads the country in passing yards with 1,554 yards through just 4 games this year. On week 1, he became the first SEC quarterback since Joe Burrow to throw for 350-plus yards in a half. He was pulled at half with these stats. 22 for 27. He passed for 445 total yards, and he has 6 total touchdowns. Most passing yards through 4 games out of all the SEC quarterbacks in the last 20 years. The other 3, Joe Burrow, that was in 2019. Joe Burrow had 1,520 yards. 2020, Mac Jones had 1,518 yards. In 2016, Drew Lock had 1,508. He's very talented. Would not surprise me not one bit. He'd be one of the highest picks in the draft in the very near future. He's a leader. His IQ of the game is very high. He played at 2 great programs, so he's very groomed, very seasoned in whatever scheme and scheme that they want him to play in. He can see the field very good. He knows how to go through his progressions and his reads, and they love him as a leader, for Ole Miss. And I see Ole Miss doing some amazing things this year, if you don't already know. Next, last but not least, Chris Paul Jr. Real name is Christopher Paul Jr., but they call him Cool. But he's a 6'1", 235 linebacker. High school, Crisp County, collegiate. He also played for Arkansas, but then he also went in the transfer portal. He plays for Ole Miss. A little background on him. Arkansas, he appeared in 28 games and made 11 starts. Had 137 total tackles, 68 for solo, 15 tackles for losses, 6 sacks, 1 forced fumble, 1 pass breakup. In high school, he was consensus 3-star prospect from 247 Sports Rivals and ESPN. Rated a number 22 inside linebacker in this class. Ranked number 61 player in Georgia. Played linebacker and running back for Crisp County High School. He was highest graded defensive player from PFF at 91.4 so far this season. He's very talented. He's a leader of men. He sees the field relatively good. He knows most likely know what the offensive side is going to do before they do it, right? That lets me know that he watched a lot of film. He's a student of the game, and he's a leader of men. So at the end of the day, his team look forward to him to continue to step up and be the focal point of the defense. Most likely he's the mic for the team, the coach on the field. So they respect him, and he leads by example, and he's very talented. So, as of right now, he's on my radar. Arguably the best linebacker in the country right now. I'm saying that right now on this platform. And, very in the future, his name would be relatively called really early, professional league he plays in. So, you all give the opportunity to him. Eyes and ears open for that talent. He's very dope. So, I got to talk about the NFL primetime games, my primetime game. A little recap from last week. If you all, those who continue to support this platform, I sure appreciate it. Pretty much hit all the picks last week for all the games, the upsets, possibly what quarterback would throw for whatever period of yards, touchdowns in the game. Aaron Rodgers definitely showed out. He stepped up, and that was a W for him. The Broncos. I don't know how many people out there in the sports world had the Broncos upsetting the Buccaneers, but I surely did. I also said that Bo Nix would get his touchdown. I believe he rushed for one. I don't think he threw for one, but they got the upset in Tampa Bay. That was upset of the week. The Ravens definitely did what they needed to do to beat the Cowboys in Dallas. The Ravens couldn't go 0-3. That just wasn't going to happen. Who else? It's another one that was on my radar. Of course, you got to talk about the Commanders getting that W in the Bengals home base, and what needed to be done was done. As I stated on the last show, as far as how the Commanders could get out of there with a win, they had to play spectacular. Jay Daniels had to play spectacular, like I said, for the Commanders to even have a chance. And for the Commanders, man, for the last two games, they relatively doing pretty well. So that was just a recap, but I will get back to that. So my primetime games for this week, of course, I got to talk about Dallas at the G-Men. That's tonight at 8:15. Dallas 1-2, Giants is 1-2. Both coaches are on the hot seat. Should be a low-scoring game, maybe, because with division games you never know. Just never know with division games. But this game is on my radar as a primetime game because what team does not win, their coaching staff will be on the hot seat because they invested a lot of money in their players, a franchise quarterback, and their coach has been there for, I believe more than 2 years plus. So, there's no more excuses. They got the talent. The Giants got rid of Saquon Barkley because of injuries and possibly contract situation. Daniel Jones, the last game he played decent enough for them to win. He's kind of, trying to get in his groove. I like the Giants. Dallas, for some reason, they cannot stop the run. It's been, Dan Quinn was there, they was able to do a plethora of different things, stop the run, stop the pass, but until they got to the playoffs and things changed. But in this game, Dallas, Prescott, he's been doing his best, turnover here and there, but it's not really the offense per se. It's mostly the defense for Dallas. Dallas is not the same unit. It's not the same team. A little frustration with the new defense coordinator Zimmer being there, new scheme, new year in the system. So it's going to take some time, but the players are getting frustrated. They're on the sideline arguing and going back and forth. Already Parsons is somewhat of he haven't really shown anything thus this far. That's why I believe in this game it will be a low-scoring game because they both defensive teams. Well, Giants has a great defensive front. Dallas as well. Their linebacking corps is just a little shaky to Dallas. I like the Giants linebacking corps. Their front seven is pretty decent. It's better than Dallas. But when it comes to secondary, I lean towards the G-men. Dallas secondary is not playing up to par. You got Diggs returning from injury. So it's just a lot that's taking place right now. In this game, I'm not even going to say the score. It's very difficult to see this game. But this game is going to come down to what quarterback will make the least mistakes. I believe Dallas might get it on track this week at the G-Man. I think Dallas will do enough just to win. I believe Prescott might just go off this week. They don't have no running game, Dallas, so we're leaning towards Prescott winning in this game. And I believe Dallas and Prescott, and they will get their money's worth this week from Prescott. So I see Dallas win this game on the shoulders of Dak Prescott. So next on my radar, primetime game, Bills at the Ravens. Bills 3-0, the Ravens 1-2. This is Sunday, 8:20 p.m. This is an upset by the Ravens to get things back on track with them. They just got their win last week, and like I said, Dallas, Lamar Jackson's kind of frustrated because he's a winner. That's all he knows how to do, and he just want to stay in tunnel vision. A few videos came out there, and they was recording them on the plane, I guess, going wherever he was going back home, and Lamar just didn't see fit that it was that time to do. But the person that actually filmed that typically does that all the time. So he said it's not really too of a big deal. But he wanted everyone to stay focused on just winning, And at the end of the day, I see the Ravens upsetting the Buffalo Bills at home. It's a great battle between them two. Buffalo been on a hot streak. This one here should be a defensive game. Both units play great defense. They both have very agile quarterbacks that can pass and also run. Lamar just a little bit more agile than Allen. I just believe that the Ravens at home should win this game and give the Buffalo Bills their first loss. Definitely see the Ravens giving the Buffalo Bills their first loss. Next on my radar. Now this one here is very unique because relatively he hasn't been having a very good year so far. Last game he kind of got on some type of streak or on the right path. Caleb Williams, the Rams is at the Bears. They both 1-2. They're playing at Chicago. Caleb Williams will continue to play better at home and get a win versus the Rams. Bears needs to find a running game to help Williams. Swift is not cutting it. They invest a lot of money in their running back position, and it still haven't panned out quite yet. So that's going to continue this week against the Rams. That shows me or tells me that Caleb Williams is going to be on his shoulder to win this game, and I think he's going to continue to build off of the game of last week, and he's going to get a W for the Bears this week against the Rams. It's not going to be easy. The Rams dealing with a lot of injuries right now with their starters. I can see a pass off between Caleb Williams and Matt Stafford this week, so it should be a lot of passing yards this week. But the Bears' defensive front will get to Matt Stafford this week. They've been sacking Matt Stafford over the last couple games. Like last game, he got sacked maybe 3 or 4 times, and I think Bears' front will definitely get to him. Rattle him just so they can get a game. So I look forward to the Bears' front four or the defense to play well against the Rams. And I see, like I said, Caleb Williams on his shoulder passing and winning the game for Chicago this week. I got to talk about the Commanders. Commanders are at the Cardinals. That is Sunday. That's at 4:05 p.m. Commanders are 2-1. The Cardinals are 1-2. This one here is a very unique game because they both have similar style quarterbacks. They're both runners, but they also can pass. Right? Kyler Murray, and now they just have Marvin Harrison Jr. Definitely had one of his best games as of late. And at the end of the day, this is a very unique game because Jay Daniels just came up the best game of any rookie in history against the Bengals. He had more touchdowns than incompletions. He took over that game. He actually took over the league. The only thing I dislike is when some platforms was talking about Jay Daniels, they was giving his props somewhat, but they kept including other rookies. And I'm like, this man just broke a rookie record that was never done before. The segment should have just been all about Jaden Daniels, and they want to attach players to each other, and that's not fair. But Jaden Daniels, right now, is the best quarterback in the league. Obviously, we're not talking about full career. For me stating that, just the play of the quarterback position right now, he's hands down is him. Yes, he's a rookie. Yes, it's still early, but right now, in real time, you have to give credit when it's due. And he's playing some of the best football from that quarterback position. With the defense, they have to step up. They have to catch up with the offense. Yes, it's first year for both offense and defense for the Commanders, and the offense as of right now is ahead with that. Once that defense catch up to the offense, the Commanders is going to be some problems. Early in the year before the season started, I stated that they should win no less than 8 games and should be in contention to go in the playoffs. Now most people are talking about them going to the playoffs, or at least competing in the division to fight for a playoff spot. But they have the great leadership with Bobby Wagner, and I just believe that defense is going to get it's going to meet what the offense is, and that takes place. That team's going to be scary. They scary now, but Jaden Daniels in the offense is kind of difficult. I give props to Cliff Kingsbury and Dan Quinn and the coaching staff, the whole coaching staff, and of course the GM Peters. They all put it together in the ownership crew. They made a marvelous choice with the offensive coordinator, and it's kind of difficult to stop the Commanders right now. They are very diverse in their play calling, how to utilize their skilled players, and it's very tough to stop the offense. So, like I said, this game here against the Cardinals with Kyler Murray and Marv Hurst and the crew, I believe Connor might be playing, and defense. The Cardinals have a few players here and there, Booty Baker and the crew over there. This one here is going to be should be fun. Should be fun. The offensive coordinator for the Commanders, Kingsbury, knows Kyler Murray pretty well. Knows what he likes to do, what he wants to do, and for either team, one can somewhat emulate the other quarterback to get their defense ready for their opponents. And I see this being a nice game, a very nice game, and it's on my radar. Now, the outcome of this game is very tricky. It's very tricky because it's going to lean towards the defense. Which defense is going to get enough stops to give their offensive players more possessions to have opportunity, the best chance to win. Right now, Arizona defense is better than the Commanders. Arizona is on their home field. Commanders just got finished playing a Monday night game. It was a short week. A few injuries. Austin Eckler's not playing. Sam Cosmi dealing with Achilles injuries. So a few key players that definitely contribute to the outcome of the Commanders winning. It's going to be very difficult for them to win this week against Arizona. I see a good game. I see a good game by both quarterbacks. Good enough for their team to win. Like I said, I think it's going to come down to what defense get turnovers, because the Commanders haven't turned the football over and or have punted in the last 2 games. Arizona going to be up for it, up for the challenge. Commanders should still win this game. Should still win this game. I see a great outcome from Kyler Murray, but I just think that the Commanders defense would just do quite enough to contain him, or not contain him, but get enough turnovers to possibly get the football back to the offense. Won't surprise me to be another high-scoring game. That's just where I see. This game should go over 50 points total. So I see the Commanders pulling out another win to keep this winning culture, this winning mindset, and this confidence going forward. The Commanders are shocking a lot of people, and they will continue that this week. So like I said, I see Commanders win this week, and that's just what it is. So those are my primetime games. I surely appreciate everyone for continuing to tap in. Check out the merch. Of course, the link is in the bio. You can click there. If not, you can go to www.sogiftedproduction.com and then everything else take care of itself. Sure appreciate it for everyone supporting this platform. I surely thank you. You all have a good day and enjoy yourself. Enjoy the game tonight. It's one to remember. Hi, I'm KD. This is Still Good Podcast. Show is brought to you by The Live for Greatness. Have a good one.